do not have capital to do business with the county governments. So using Nawiri, we've developed a strategy where groups who qualify under ACUPA arrangement, once they are given an LSO, they benefit from this fund, the Nawiri fund. We give them sufficient funds to execute the tender. They are paid through the same account, and we are able to deduct our funds. So there's very little room for default. It's almost foolproof. Actually, for the first financial year, there was no default. We are looking at now the current financial year, see if they're going to be in default. It's almost foolproof. And we also give it to groups. So if one member of a group dies, like is stated here, to cover those risks, death, incapacity, inability to pay, we really sorted them out. Previously, of course, we give money to individuals and they just disappear. Or we give them to the groups, they default. But when we attempt to recover this money, especially around election time, I think we've made defaults around 2017. When people are told those are government funds, do not pay. Or an open start up and say, if I'm elected governor, I'll ensure that you don't pay. So people did not pay. And that's the way this other way. We give you money and we give you a tender. So the chances of default are almost zero. They're very, very minimal.
Auditor, your take on that response?
Thank you, Chair. I find it's quite innovative, the issue of LSO, LPO financing, especially for the AGPO. What we shall be doing in the current financial year is to find out of the 48, or is it 49 million issued towards in May last year, our auditors who are on the ground are checking whether there are any defaults, whether there has been 100% recovery. Then if we find the defaults, then we might insist on, again, on the issue of insurance being undertaken, which was already in the policy. So probably then they also need to change the policy to remove the issue of insurance. Thank you, Chair.
Senators, any comment, any take? Chair, Rajina.
Chair, may I listen to Governor Natembeya speaking about Nawiri Fund for the second time, I think. The first time I heard him was in another committee, cohesion, and he spoke so passionately about this fund. I actually thought this was your idea. I didn't know you actually found it in office. My question, Governor, is I'm looking at the demand letters that have been done to those people who have been defaulting. They are fairly recent, 18th May 2023, I think all of them bear the same date. But then again, these monies that were advanced to these people happened sometime in 2016. I don't think you are governor there. And I'm concerned that the figures that you are demanding from these people, most of them is 5,000, 12,000, 12,000. I think the highest I've seen is 40,000 shillings. This to me already would be a concern because I'm trying to imagine which LP or LSO would attract financing of 5,000 or 40,000 shillings. So perhaps, Governor, in your administration now, this is a bit historical. How have you tied the rollout of this loan? Is it that somebody applies and it is specifically tied to that particular tender has been given? Because I can imagine giving someone 5,000 is just as good as giving a token to go and drink busa somewhere in Kitale, but not to do a tender. So then in your current administration, do you give this fund paid on an actual LPO? And also, are there safeguards? Are you doing a joint escrow account perhaps? Are you paying suppliers directly? So when you recall what is your interest and what the young man who is the tender premier is left with goes to him. We just want to see the safeguards of these funds so that we don't end up writing many demand letters and ordinarily they will never pay because to them this is political financing. They will say this is our money, we are not paying. And there's nothing much you can do to them. Thank you, Chair.
Very well. Any other senator? If none,
what the governor has explained is very innovative.
So maybe the OIG, and if this one works, maybe it is something that you can also sell the idea across the Council of Governors, because basically it's like you are giving your constituents a loan to do work, which is basically a soft loan. So if it works, then you can roll it over, because what I know generally, when you give money to groups and youth, even the youth fund and the women enterprise fund, they don't pay generally. It's just like the Asla fund. So, but if you, it's like an incentive, you are giving them to work. And this is what the governor told us when we were in Kitale, that he was going to ensure that they get contracts and then you deduct automatically. So okay. It's a good way of helping your people.
Okay. Anyway, Senator, we proceed. I think we proceed, Governor.
Mr. Chairman, I agree with Senator Chimera. When you look at 5,000, 10,000, really, it was a joke. Because if you give somebody 5,000, they just go to the nearest hotel, eat chicken, and go home. And even the amount of money you'll spend chasing 5,000, not going to be more. And that's why we changed the entire strategy. We're now giving a minimum of 250,000, and it's based on the procurement plan. Every department will have a procurement plan for their 30% ACPO. That's where the money is derived from. This is true empowerment. And indeed, Nawiri was not my innovation. I found it a good idea. And for me, I don't suffer insecurities that you go to a country, your colleague started a project, and you don't complete it because you think they're going to take political credit for it. If it's a good idea, we just made it better. And I believe it's going to change the lives of our people. The main objective for this, what informed our decision to embrace this, was that you look at people who are doing contracts with governments, you find one individual doing very many jobs in the different companies, but just one individual. But you look at our people, they don't know how to do business with the county government. That's no idea. They think it's a very complicated thing. And that's why we are saying we are going to give this Nawiri funds to groups, not to individuals. And those groups are used as avenues for training, how to do tenders. So you do one, and when they come to the office, they don't have to say the chairman or the official. They come. If the group of 20, you all come, and you are taken through the process of procurement. So that the following year, when you have capital, you don't have to come as a group, because you know how we're going to do this work. You understand how to do business with that was the essence, and that was the objective, other than, of course, empowerment.
Okay. Just for the clarity for me, because you know, any meeting that we go through here, we have to do document, and we follow up on anything that we say. If you give recommendations, we will take the recommendations seriously. If we don't give you, we will also take it seriously. In our meeting with you on 30th November 2023, you indicated here that there was